Dear students, Structural Design 1 is a very important subject for you in this semester. The outcome of this course is to make you understand the concept of limit state design. You shall use this method to design the structural elements, RCC structural elements, based on several of the Indian standard publications shown here. Before we go into the details of the syllabus, I must ask you to understand that the entire course is divided into several video lectures. The video lectures are very short in duration, only 10 to 15 minutes or 20 minutes at maximum. So once you watch each of these video lectures, you must also make sure to attend the quiz which is attached to the end of these videos. You will be evaluated on the basis of these quiz and your performance in the class. So let's see what is there in this subject. In the module 1, you shall be introduced to the ingredients of concrete, where you shall understand the properties and characteristics of each of the ingredients of concrete. We shall discuss those in detail in the coming lectures. Then how the concrete behaves when it is subjected to different kinds of loadings, such as tensile, when you apply tension, how the concrete behaves, when you apply compression to the structure, how the concrete behaves, what happens when a shear force is applied on the structure. So all such details you shall deal in detail. So it is very important that you understand such characteristics of concrete, based on which we shall design the structure. Now coming to the concept of limit state design, you will be introduced to the theory behind it based on the Indian standard codes, about which I shall describe later. You shall be studying about the different conditions of loading and the factors of safety which you may have to use in the designs, so as to get a reasonably good structural design of members. The theories behind the design of structures, you shall be studying how to design a singly reinforced rectangular simply supported beam and a cantilever beam. Also, you will be studying how to design a doubly reinforced rectangular beam and the design of lintels under different loading conditions. Now coming to the module 2. In the module 2, you shall study about the flanged beams under different conditions of loadings and several other provisions in the IS code, such as design for bond, design for shear, the development length, and the check for deflection. All such aspects shall also be dealt in detail. Coming to module 3, the same concept of limit state shall be extended to the design of slabs, one-way slabs and two-way slabs. You shall be doing the designs in detail under different end conditions. And coming to module 4, you will be introduced to the design of staircases, the design of short columns, as well as column footings. And coming to the references, you must purchase this Indian Standard Code of Practice IS 456-2000, because the entire design of this subject, including the first, second, third and fourth modules, you require this. You will be using this book extensively, and I recommend each student must possess a copy of it. Now, as we proceed in these lectures, I shall be introducing you the different provisions in this code. So it is better to have a copy of it alongside you. So as I discuss a concept, you will be directed to take a page of this textbook from where you will be writing down the equations, and solving problems. So it is very important every student possess a copy of this. And coming to the next reference book, that is The Limit State Design of RC Structures by Unikrishna Pillai and Devadas Menon. It is a very, very important and a standard textbook for the design of RC structures. You can have a copy of it, or you can get it from the library. If possible, you can have the e-copy of this book also online. Then there is Ashok K. Jain's Limit State Design of RCC Structures. It is another good book. You might refer it. And coming to the next one, Concrete Technology by M.S. Shetty. This is another important textbook. It is very useful when you study the module 1 portions, specifically the portions on the ingredients of the concrete and the characteristics of concrete. All these aspects are neatly described in this textbook. It is a good reading experience if you go through this M.S. Shetty's Concrete Technology. And coming to the time schedule, let's see, this semester you have 65 instructional hours allocated specifically for this subject, but I think you have to give more time to this subject in understanding the theory as well as practicing problems. It is very, very important that you practice problems and you understand the book IS code of IS 456 thoroughly. So it is very important you give sufficient time at home to go through the IS code as well as practicing the problems. And let's see how the 65 instructional hours are going to be utilized. The first 20 hours we shall be devoting specially to the module 1. It is very, very important as you study the limit state design. It is important that it forms the foundation of the design, and you must understand each and every concept associated with it, without which it is very difficult to proceed further to the module 2, 3 and 4, because all the design of structures are basically founded on the limit state design. So we shall be describing in detail. We shall be devoting the entire 20 hours towards it. Now coming to the second module, just 13 hours required, and third and fourth module 16 each. So I advise the students get a copy of IS 456 as soon as possible, and from the next lecture onwards we shall be discussing the topics in detail. Thank you.